Florence is famed for its history. But there's one tradition here that remains a mystery to the rest of the world, and it's as old as the city itself. Here, there's an ancient sport that continues today, one that calls young men to the field of competition, no matter the risk. Once every year, this ritual, unique to the heart of Tuscany, makes gladiators out of everyday men, and it turns neighbours into rivals, who go to war for the soul of their city.
Florence is like a museum, where millions of tourists come to experience its culture and soak up its history. But there's one tradition that lives on only for the locals. And every year, for a single weekend, 500-year-old rivalries between the four quarters of this Renaissance city are reignited.
Take a historical reenactment, an archaic form of football. 54 bare-knuckle fighters. Place them in a sand-covered pitch, and you get the Calcio Storico Fiorentino. The rules, or lack thereof, look as simple as the day they were written down 5 centuries ago. Punching, kicking, tackling are all fair game, but the only objective here is scoring. 2 narrow nets run the entire width of the field, and shooting the ball inside earns 1 point. But any ball that clears the net is penalised a half. The winners receive not money, but glory, and a ceremonial cow. The Calcio is played only in Florence, between only 4 teams, and it's been that way since the 16th century. Today, this medieval cage match is still a massive cultural event. But unlike Spain's running of the bulls, the Calcio isn't a global phenomenon. It's Florence's best-kept secret, one that exposes a city with dueling identities.
Devi entrare con questa convinzione. Devi dire oggi è l'ultimo giorno della vita. È vero, sei un po', diciamo, l'eroe, sei quello che devi dar tutto per alla fine per tutti.
Once a year, Paolo Bologna is immortalised as a calcente, a competitor in the Calcio tournament. He celebrated his 19th birthday just weeks ago, and even at this age, this part-time mechanic and amateur boxer has earned a coveted spot in the square.
La gente si allena, siamo anche 50, però alla fine ne scende a 27. Tra chi comincia a tirarsi indietro, tra chi rimane fuori.
What was it like growing up and watching the Calcio?
Mi pigliava paura per gli altri. Dicevo, come fanno, ci vuole le palle. Poi dopo, quando tu cresci, cambia il modo di pensare.
Did you get paid to take part in the Calcio?
No.
And so tell me then, why do you do it?
Per il quartiere. Non ha senso come cosa, però per il quartiere se andavo qui, perché sono nato e cresciuto qui al Ponte di Mezzo, quartiere azzurro.
The muted warfare in the arena is a battle for neighbourhood supremacy. between the 4 districts of Florence, named for the historic local churches, each team represented by colour.
I can't imagine what it must feel like to walk out onto that huge stage. I mean, it's almost like you become superstars or heroes for that day.
Allora, a Firenze ti senti superstar. A Firenze, ora come ora, sei l'eroe del quartiere, tutti e 27. Però i bianchi sono di tutti, non è mio perché gioco. Il colore e il quartiere sono di tutti. Da sabato non mi considera più nessuno, però va bene.
On match day, anticipation for the Calcio can be all-consuming. But for some Florentines, the tension is unparalleled, and the final battle between white and blue conjures conflicted feelings for one in particular, Fabrizio's wife, Laura Valeri.
Do you go and watch the games?
No, dunque io sono in piazza Santa Croce ma non guardo la partita. Sono presente, aspetto la fine della partita per vedere che esco alle sue gambe ma non guardo la partita.
Have you ever tried to say to him, look, just stop playing this game, it's dangerous?
Dunque il desiderio di fondo c'è, però di fronte a una passione è molto difficile intervenire. Cui non ritengo giusto che si debba stroncare una passione. Poi comunque eroi sono tutti eroici, perché già scendere in quell'arena per me è una tradizione che va avanti da tutta la mia vita, perché sono nata in questa città. La vivo come parte delle mura e delle strade che fanno parte di questa città, Firenze.
They're sort of adoring fans. Anche se studiamo una calcia non perdiamo la testa.
Vince chi segna una calcia. Vedi? Sì, rientra nel nostro partiti. Conquistata dagli azzurri. Ecco, questa 50 secondi. 0-0. Attenzione al ballo sulla destra, deve essere fermato, ma non c'è problema.
Io lo sapevo.
L'avevamo detto fin dall'inizio.
Valeri just scored to bring it 6-3 to the white team. There can't be much longer left to this game, and I don't know how anybody is still fighting.
This was the kind of final that any Florentine would have hoped for. With white and blue trading goals nearly the entire match. With no shortage of bare-knuckle fights, spectacular tackles, or adoring fans.
Che finale! Non è facile fermarlo perché vogliono rimanere.
Finita! Bellissimo! Che entra nella storia, secondo me.
This sport clearly means so much to the people who take part in it. They've just put essentially their lives, there's no hyperbole there, they have put their lives on the line for 50 minutes.
This year, the Whites claimed victory in the Calcio Storico after beating the Blues by just half a point. And though local bragging rights will revert to Santo Spirito, rivalry between the four districts of Florence comes secondary to a more elemental conflict: the choice to enter the square or not.